Working these cold cases, it becomes, as time goes by, obviously, it becomes much more difficult because people's memories fade, people die, witnesses die, suspects die. I mean, this case is what, 54 years? So you got to maintain the integrity of evidence. Think about that.
Yeah.
Over half a century.
The incident happened on July 15, 1965, and then she died on the 17th. You getting that feeling, Patrick?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be good, you know, to be on these crime scenes when they occur versus 50 years later, you know.
Basically, that sister and her husband, they said, we've got to go to the store about 10 o'clock at night. And they walked to some market down here, and then they decided to go to Evelyn's bar. They don't get back till, what was it, after midnight?
Yeah.
This right here was their apartment. The door leading down to their apartment was wide open, and the back door was wide open as well.
So the suspect's got to come into the house. He doesn't know who's in the house. He's got to come in here, find the victim, take the victim outside, sexually assault the victim.
They looked around for her. I assume they called out for her. And it wasn't until they turned the lights on they saw all the blood in her bed. I think Wanda June Anderson was in this bed right here. Mm-hmm. When she was struck, they said there was blood all over the wall.
Ceiling.
And I think there was some bone fragment they found in there. And then they started looking around and they found her outside. At that time, the belief was is that somebody who raped adults didn't rape children. Well, we know from Marsha Trimble's case that that's not true, because he had always raped adults, and then he just happened upon Marsha. We were in the middle of the Marsha Trimble investigation, and we knew we were pushing on getting more DNA. We knew that DNA was coming about, and so we were trying to see if there was any other cases. Somebody mentioned Wanda June Anderson, but there was very little evidence in this case.
That's the biggest problem you have with cold cases to begin with. You go back to cold cases in the 60s, suspects are deceased, witnesses are deceased.
No autopsy.
Yeah, they didn't do autopsies, if you can believe it. So you got to maintain the integrity of evidence. Think about that.
Yeah.
Over half a century, in this case, for example, or any case this old. You're maintaining evidence. How many times has a property room moved all over the place, trying to keep track of the evidence? That's difficult. That's a difficult thing.